Hi there, I'm Andy Vargo, and I'm here to help you own your awkward. That's right, own your awkward. Don't just get over it. What is that thing that you're self-conscious about, that you're nervous about, and that makes you feel bad when you walk into a room full of people?
That one day I realized if I was going to do this, I didn't have any choice but to have someone else who believed in me more than I believed in myself. Yeah, I mean, that was a very uncomfortable feeling. It's still uncomfortable. The number one reason people, don't follow their dreams is because of fear, which is certainly true.
Mm-hmm.
But, I would think a big part of it also has to be, who's going to believe in me when I can't believe in myself? So it's something everybody, and it was just, it was kind of like a major epiphany for me. Like, I don't have a choice. I have to have someone else who believes in me more than I do.
Owning your awkward is about taking that thing and making it work for you. Not just getting over it so that you can deal with it and hide it, but making it propel you into your most successful life.
But I know my core is very much an introvert. They struggle all of the amount of time. And, the funniest thing that comes up is people ask, well, isn't that something that you ultimately get over? No, you don't get over that. That's my serenity is being the introvert. I step into being an introvert when I need to. I know, at this point in time, I'm old enough to understand that the best lessons come from stepping into fear. So I know in my mind when I step into any situation that it is going to be such a charge for me and that I walk away with so many benefits. And then I'm able to share that with such a huge audience. It's such a high and it's such a charge. But getting to that point, I definitely have my drawbacks with it. I just have to take a deep breath and do what I need to do to get to that point and step in, because the rewards are huge.
Owning your awkward is just that. It's owning it and making it work for you.
It's feeling like, can I really be talking about this? Like, my background is in communications, and I love dance, and I love to write, and feeling like I'm not legit. This is, I'm a fraud, that imposter syndrome thing. So I think that's what can be awkward for me until I realize, take a breath and, I have studied this, I get this, I feel passionately about this, and I enjoy sharing it. So, it's like kind of quieting the voices in my own head of, the inner critic, whatever you want to call it, of saying, this isn't,
Owning your awkward is when you use that thing that you're trying to get over, that you're self-conscious about, and you use that as a springboard and a platform towards your success.
They also want to do business with real people and not robots. So I had an old boss that got really mad at me for the way I spoke to people on the phone when I was doing mortgages for residential real estate. Mm-hmm. He thought I was too casual and too cavalier, and came in and kind of gave it to me and said, "You are impolite. You need to speak to people. Yes, sir. No, sir." Very regimented. And I started doing that, and then my sales started to decline. And I didn't realize it for a couple of years that I had become like a robot and was talking to everyone the same. I didn't get personal with anybody. I didn't know that guy's, kid's soccer game was that night and he needed to go. But before that, I was personal, and I did know those things about people. He changed me because I got so nervous I was going to get fired. I did what he told me to, and then I realized that was the wrong thing to do.
Your awkwardness can propel you into the future if you learn to use it right.
It wasn't until the next day that I see this posted on Facebook. And I swear, Andy, I looked 12 next to these women.
Oh, no.
I had this shock in my voice, and I said, oh, my gosh, I'm so tiny.
Oh, that's funny. Isn't it interesting how you can step out of yourself for a moment and have that aha moment of how people actually may perceive you, whether it's right or wrong.
Yes, exactly. Oh, it was awful. It was awful. And I said something to one of my friends who towers over me, my friend Callie. I said, oh my gosh, I look so little. And she smiled at me. She said, Sarah, no one sees you that way.
Oh, that's
And
beautiful.
It really was, but it's hard to own that. You know, you have to be larger than life when you're small in order to get past that awkwardness of being a head shorter than everyone around you.
The Own Your Awkward podcast is all about having someone different on every week who shares something that they've had to get over and deal with in their life to own their awkward and get to where they are today. Be sure to check out the latest episodes on awkwardcareer.com. Let's get real, folks. I'm awkward as hell, but I own it. Do you?